The sheriff whose office is looking into potential election misconduct in Madison County is being sued tonight. KCCI's Pepper Purpura read through the legal documents. Pepper, you have been reporting on what led up to this since January.
I have, Stacy, and we were at that board meeting in January where hiring concerns at the auditor's office first came up. Those ultimately led for her to resign. Now it's up to the Board of Supervisors to decide how to replace that role, but the conversation about the best way to do it is now sparking legal issues. When the conversation about replacing Madison County's auditor spilled from boardrooms to comment sections, legal troubles began to brew. On July 7th, Matthew Schwartz became Madison County's new auditor. He was appointed to the role by the Board of Supervisors in a 2-1 decision after the previous person resigned. But some people in the community have signed a petition calling for a special election instead.
This is about electing a qualified person, somebody who has the qualifications. More importantly, somebody who cares deeply about serving the citizens of Madison County.
Then on Monday, KCCI showed you this, a Facebook comment made by the Board of Supervisors Chair Heather Stansel. Stansel voted in favor of the new auditor. She writes that if a special election is in fact held, quote, I will then work to find ways to offset that additional cost to taxpayers by shrinking the government. That statement prompted a voter intimidation and election misconduct investigation that Madison County Sheriff Jason Barnes says was sent to the Iowa Attorney General's office. Now, Stansel is claiming the sheriff has no authority to investigate her. According to a lawsuit Stansel filed against Barnes, quote, he violated procedures in Iowa law that require him to investigate alleged election misconduct at the direction of the Attorney General, not his own initiative, and to keep any report of his investigation confidential. Iowa Code on Election Misconduct Investigations say the Attorney General or County Attorney are in charge of investigating such cases. Documents to refer cases to the Attorney General's office specifically state that only matters already under investigation by a law enforcement agency can be sent. Stansel's lawsuit also claims the sheriff opened the investigation, quote, to score a cheap political point and harm a political adversary. She is demanding a jury trial for the case. I've reached out to Sheriff Barnes and he has no comment at this time. Heather Stansel's attorney says he does not have any public comment outside of what is in the complaint. Stacy?
We will continue to follow this story. Pepper, thank you.